All right, students, you're making your fidget spinner here. Let's see how that's going to look. So you are going to, I'm just going to create a part studio here, and we're going to get to it, and we're just going to reference this drawing for our dimensions. You have to keep these dimensions. That's pretty important. So in our part studio, let's get started. We're going to draw right here, sketch on the front plane, and I'm going to start off with my small circle. I'm going to dimension that to the 12.8. I got that dimension here, just checking here, 12.8. And we are then going to get our second dimension here, locking in at the 75. Dimension to 75. And calling that good. So, how I like to start is I'm going to start with a circle, and I'm just going to put that circle anywhere for right now. We can just put it in there. I'm not actually going to dimension it into space. I'm going to then take two lines. I'm going to draw one line on that end of the circle, and I'm going to add a secondary line from this end to the circle, like so. Then I'm going to come up here to the trim tool. I'm going to trim this section and this section. So, kind of opened up this slot. This is important. I want to click here and I want to make sure that these arches are tangential. That means it is a nice smooth arch. This one you can see here, it's locked in. It already is tangential, but just to make sure, we're going to lock that into tangential. Wonderful. So I have this cut here. Now, I want three instances and I want to make this even. So I'm going to go here to the circular pattern and I'm going to select each one of these lines, and I want three instances because I'm going to have three hex nuts that I have to use. So I'm going to select those three, and I'm going to hit OK. Then I'm going to go back into that sketch, and I'm going to go to back to my trim tool. I'm going to knock those out. Now that I'm here, I can go off my trim tool, and now note if I grab this and move this, whatever I do to my original, it will move all three of my pieces. So you can kind of see we have a fidget spinner shape here, and we can then grab this, move this around, maybe make this a deeper cut, wider, and let's just play around something like maybe shape like that. That looks pretty good there. So I'm going to hit accept, and I'm going to go in my sketch, and I'm going to extrude that first one to 3 millimeters and hit accept. And now that I've accepted this, I have my basic shape here. Then I'm going to square that back off, and I'm going to sketch on this face. And to do that, I want to put in a polygon, and I'll put it right here. And I can draw that out. Doesn't really matter, except we need to have it 6 sides. And then I'm going to dimension in here, and I'm going to go to this inside ring, and that needs to be 10.8. And we're just going to double check the 10.8 here. Got our 75, everything's looking good. I'm going to do the same thing, all right? So I want my circular pattern, and I'm going to select my hexagon, 10.8. And it's going to move them, put three instances all the way around my center circle. Double click here on my sketch, and again, with this, whatever I do to this original one, it will do to all of them. So I can kind of look around, see where I put it. Now, I can't have it overlapping, nor do I want it really close to the edge like that. That wouldn't work well. I want to put it in here where the mass will hold it pretty well, and I think I'm okay with that. I like where that is. So I'm going to go to my sketch. I'm going to remove that, and now I have my basic shape. Now I don't want these sharp points on here. I recommend not having these sharp points. So I'm going to go to my fillet, right? And I'm going to highlight and click on the inside of each one of those points. And I think I'm going to do that here too, and just smooth off all those edges so it's nice and clean looking. And accept that. I might want to change this radius. Maybe I want it a deeper cut. Oh, that's too deep. So let's see if 3 might work. So 3, I'm okay with that. I like that. And I think that's a pretty good looking fidget spinner. So now to finish everything up, I need to go and make a drawing. So to finish everything, I'm going to go to create my drawing, and I'll just go with the very first one with no views. And that'll be great. So first thing I need to do is I'm not going to input a part here. The laser program will see every line you put in here as a line. So all these, we don't want any of this laser cut. So I'm going to highlight everything, click on delete, making sure I start with a nice clean slate, clean sheet here. So now I'm going to go to insert, and I want to go to my Part Studio 2, that's for me because I made a different one. And I want to import, and I want to make sure, this is really important, a 1-to-1. That's going to keep it the same exact size because we need it to be, all those dimensions need to be perfect. So I'm going to import that and click back here because I'm done importing. Now everything looks good except for this crosshair. We don't want that. So up here I'm going to right click. I'm going to go show hide. I'm going to hide center marks. And now I should have just my fidget spinner shape on there, and that's perfect. That's exactly what I need. I'm going to right click on my drawing, and I'm going to go to export. I want to keep all this the same. Simon fidget spinner. Um, Keep it PDF, download it, keep all this the same. And when I go to export, it's preparing everything. It'll pop up here in my downloads, and I can download everything to that. And now that my fidget spinner is done, I am good to go, and I can submit this fidget spinner for getting cut. All right, that's how we're going to make that. Hope that helps. Bye.